Have you ever been told that you were selfish for putting yourself first? That you should be thinking about other people more than yourself? But today I want to flip that upside down just for a moment in this situation. I believe it's important for you to put yourself first when it comes to ministry. Now, please hear me out. I'm Mr. Brown. This is Connecting Faith and Life. This episode, I want to share a video with you I made a while back, and it's under our Student Ministry Leaders Vlog, which you can find at proclaimministry.com/training, and check out all the training we have. We have courses and vlogs available. And I think this is important because I know my tendency is to give, and run out of gas. But the truth is, you can't go very far in a car without gas in the car. You ever been there before where you're about to run out of gas and you go, I can go a little bit further. Yeah, you can go a little bit further, but one day you go run out of gas and be stuck on the side of the road, which happened to me. I ain't gonna say how many times, but the point is this: the same thing is true in life. If you don't refuel yourself, you will run out of gas. You're not good to anybody. So in this situation in kids ministry, it's important to put yourself first. Not that you put yourself above other people, but you take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, if you're not in the Word of God yourself, you're not getting time to refresh, some time off, guess what? You won't have anything else to give. I'll put it this way, and I'm gonna say this quote in the video as well, so I want you to watch the whole video or listen to it. It is this: if my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. If my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. The idea that if I give, I'm putting out, keeping that up will lead to my downfall, where I won't be good to anybody else. So in some senses in ministry, in life, you got to put yourself first. That means you got to feed yourself first, spending time with God. There's a story in Luke where Mary and Martha Martha was busy cooking and taking care, trying to prepare things for Jesus, while Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet. And Jesus commended Mary for her sitting at his feet. There's times for work and there's time to sit at the feet of Jesus. And the question for you, if you're in kids ministry, you're in youth ministry, are you taking the proper time to have that balance to where you're being fed by God? And like I said in the previous episode, I believe this, that the idea of ministry is not something we go and do. It's something that's an overflow of our walk with God. It is spilling out of us. And when our cups are overflowing in the lives of others, if we ain't got nothing in our cup, ain't nothing to overflow. So anyway, I don't want to take up all the time because this video will share those ideas too. So check it out. And again, these resources are free for everyone, but I would love to get your support. So please consider supporting Proclaim Ministry by visiting proclaimministry.com/give. But for now, check out this video on, I think I titled it, Avoiding Burnout in Youth Ministry. Stay connected to the source. Ooh, that sounds like a good title, good video. So why don't you check it out? Whether you're in kids ministry or student ministry, or you just do any kind of ministry, it's good for you too. So thank you again for joining me for this episode of Connecting Faith and Life. Again, don't leave. Listen, watch this video. Hello, everybody. Mr. Brown here, Proclaim Ministries, helping connect faith and life. And today, I want to give a quick devotional thought to ministry leaders. Anyone in ministry, you're a volunteer, you're a youth pastor. If you're in ministry, this applies to you. My quick thought is this: stay connected. Stay connected. I get to do a lot of speaking in public schools and professional development with teachers. And one of the quotes I always get a lot of feedback from, I do a whole segment or whole session called You First, Leading from the Inside Out. And that sounds kind of weird, right? You first. Because I grew up in church. They also say it's joy, it's Jesus, others, and you. And I get what the sentiment of that is. But here's the truth. If we don't take care of ourselves, there'll be nothing to take care of. Kind of like this idea of this. Whenever I fly an airplane, they always do the what they call the safety requirement message thing they do, right? And if I'm flying with my kids, it's fun because they always remind us as adults to make sure you put your oxygen mask on first before you put theirs on. Because the tendency for parents is, if I'm flying an airplane and the oxygen mask starts falling, I want to make sure my baby's okay, so I'm going to reach over and put theirs on first. But here's the idea. If they're fighting with me and I can't get theirs on, guess what? Pretty soon I won't be able to breathe. I have to make sure I'm able to breathe before I help other people breathe. So I want to really help you with this idea as a ministry leader, someone in ministry. Stay connected. Stay connected to your source. God is a source. Everything else is a resource. We have to stay connected to the source. So here's the overarching thought. I'm going to read a passage of scripture to go along with it. Here's a sticky statement for you. If my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. If my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. The idea, if I am putting out, I'm serving. And if you're in ministry, you have a heart to serve. If you're in a church context, it's been said before that 20% of the people do 80% of the work. Maybe you're volunteering in kids ministry, youth ministry. Maybe you're a volunteer, a server, you're a greeter. You're doing all these things, right? You're even in the worship team. You're doing all this stuff, and you're doing it for the good purpose to serve the Lord. But if you put out more than you're putting in, keeping it up will lead to your downfall. Make sure you stay connected to the source. So the passage I want to talk about is John chapter 15, verses 1 through 5. And I think it's so important for us to stay connected to the source. And remember this, as we read this passage, it is not your job to produce fruit. You don't produce fruit. God produces fruit through you. Your job is to abide. Let's read it. John chapter 15, verses 1 through 5. Jesus says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. Already you are clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Verse 5, I am the vine, and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me, and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Again, our idea, stay connected. If my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. The idea is you got to stay connected. And I love what he says here. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, is he that bears much fruit. I said earlier, we don't have to produce fruit. God brings it through us. God does the work. He works in us to produce fruit through us. God is the producer because he's the source. And I've been in ministry when I was a kids pastor. There were some months I did not go to a Sunday service myself. I wasn't getting fed myself. I was teaching in both services, and I was busy leading people, doing. You know what? You can't keep that up. And sometimes if we are willing to trust God enough, he'll bring other people to do ministry along with us. But I know me. I want to get it done. You not do it, I'll do it myself, right? I need to trust God. I need to make sure that I am getting fed myself. Same thing for worship leaders. Sometimes worship leaders don't get a chance to sit down in church and be fed themselves because they're always working. We got to stay connected. And that doesn't mean just in Sunday service, but even outside of Sunday service. What am I doing in my personal devotions? Am I reading the Bible? Am I getting fed myself? Am I connected to the source? Is my oxygen mask on first before I try to help everybody else? And the tendency is sometimes it is not. So I want to encourage you, stay connected. Make sure you are getting fed. And the idea of you first, there's some truth to that. You can't serve everybody else. You can't do everything everybody else, and you're not being filled with God yourself. God's not working through you, because eventually you run out of gas. Just like if you're driving a car, and I remember driving a car one time and I was almost out of gas. But I'll make it a little further. Guess what? Didn't make it a little further. Right? You can't run a car without fuel, and you can't live this Christian life without being connected to the source, and you can't do ministry without being connected to the source. So again, stay connected. Meditate on John 15 verses 1 through 5 and focus on verse 5. Without me, you can do nothing. We can try, and sometimes we do, but we have to stay connected. Again, the last thought. If my output exceeds my input, my upkeep will be my downfall. Please think about that as you have a noble task of serving the ministry, but you have to stay connected to the source. Let me know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment in the comment section or have a discussion among your leaders together to talk about this idea. Are you staying connected? And hopefully this video has been helpful for you to live for God by connecting faith and life. Peace.